So most talk about ice safety revolves around thin ice. So thin ice, whether it's for walking or driving. One thing I don't see mentioned a lot is using cleats to prevent yourself from slipping and falling. So if you've been ice fishing, I'm sure you've experienced it where you slip and fall. Worst case, you might break a bone, you might dislocate your shoulder, you might get a head injury. None of those are good things, obviously. So a decent pair of ice cleats is a really good idea for safety for ice fishing. So I just want to go through three styles that we've used in the past, just show the pros and cons. So we started off with the Celsius ice cleats. These are 10, $11 at Fleet Farm. Not bad. We used them for a season. They got a little rusty. One of them broke here, just a strap broke. The biggest problem is that, as you can see, it's just on the toe. So the heel doesn't have any spikes. So if you walk on your heels, you'll still slip. So because of those various reasons, we upgraded from those. We got Yak Track diamond grips for $50. These are absolute trash, not at all worthwhile. The little grommet here failed, and so this just hangs loose now. They're useless. And also, as you can see, it rusted heavily. So for 5 times these Celsius, I would not invest in them at all. Those are trash. We have the running version of those just for walking on trails, and they don't really stay on real well. So not good experience with Yak Tracks, basically. What we got last year is Catula Micro Spikes. So these are the heavy crampon version. Catula also makes nano spikes for walking. Heard good things about those. And so they're stainless. So again, just as much time on these as the other ones, haven't rusted. They're crampon style, so very good for walking. And then they have these strong reinforced grommets here. Haven't had any issues with those. So we've used these the longest, and they look brand new. They work very, very well. So I'd recommend those. Those are $80, so quite a step up on the Celsius. But even if you just have something like the Celsius, still recommend having something as opposed to nothing and sliding around. Definitely a good idea to have some sort of spike. I would recommend getting something like Catula's before you get a super fancy ice rod, just for safety. You're not going to regret it. They stay on really well. They last apparently really long, and they're not going to come off your feet. They're not going to get rusty, so on and so forth. So highly recommend those, but get anything you can. Stay safe out there.